crew won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit Lions. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Play action. It's Newton. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Lions come into this one still undefeated this deep in the year despite the one tie. Well, they come on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Now Newton. Open man right side is St. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Again, Newton. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up first and 10 at their own 16. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
From the 31, Lawrence. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and he's taking care of that early.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a 1st down. Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Back to the ground with Etienne. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. In motion right is Jones. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. The Broncos have taken the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. So an 8-play drive gets him down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. After the run, Newton going to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Newton to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Lions lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found it downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize. But when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this plate?
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Ready? So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now on 2nd and 16, Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in position to score points with that big-time return.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Newton. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good for the Lions. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
6 yards there on the keeper and 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
20.
On 2nd down at 4. Newton. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one. He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, they approached this drive with confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. Incompletions on the first 2 throws has them hurrying up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Logan Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taken from just outside the 30. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
2nd and 10, Newton again. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Touchdown, Detroit! DeAndre Swift, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Stop him at the 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you just have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence. Finds his tight end Ingram. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Going for it, here's Etienne. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd down and 4, Lawrence. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly aren't running up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Let's go. Pilot, 64, reach. 61, back, right.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. Complete to Jones. And And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. But to throw again is Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Lawrence will throw. He completes it to Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now Lawrence to throw. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop them, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
On play action, Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang it on 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Cam wisely hitting the deck at the end as he slides and has the first as well. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Now Newton on 1st down.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Newton able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Here's Newton. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. That's Foley Fatukasi who got in there and finished off the play. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up fourth down.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This is a 26-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone. But still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
He had no shortage of scoring 4 big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Got it.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On second and a long way to go. Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's a good bounce back play right there. After taking a sack for the first down. Didn't quite get it to the mark. Now we're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
The Jaguars on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Again, it's Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Lawrence.
This complete to Jones. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before they close out the ballgame.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
And he will push his way forward down about the 3-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive.
They'll run with Etienne.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now the try here for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Jaguars 14.
Come on, dude.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45 out of bounds at the 44.
And that's the kind of return we're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
97 yards on the ground here for Swift. He's got a first down as well.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Swift going to try up the middle. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
At this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there's a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Back to throw, Newton. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
On first down, Lawrence.
Jones has it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up second down.
Now Lawrence.
He'll find and he coughed it up. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Well, not much defensive resistance on that drive. Really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Now Lawrence on first down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
They'll find ETN out of the backfield.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on third down. ETN bringing in another one. And he will have a Jaguars first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Gain of 5. First down, Jacksonville.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. A final shot now for Lawrence. And this one too low. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this.
I just scraped it off the top, got it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out the
Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah.